Hi everyone, this is LaDonna Briggs from Sweet Potato Pie Nursery, and I've had a lot of people ask me about restoring old composition dolls, and that's what I used to do before I started reborning. So one of the first things I do is try to find cool dolls that I really want to restore. And I love the great big doll. See how huge he is? This is going to be over a 30-inch doll. This is a really rare and unusual doll. And so I try to fill in any holes. Now I started some of these about 5 years ago. So I'm just now cleaning that down, and I've decided I'm going to try to finish these. And so I've done a little work, but I need to do more. As you can see, I filled in this hole here. That's pretty smooth, but I see this is pretty punky right here. That means that needs to come out because I want this doll to be secure. And so I'm going to fill that in with some epoxy clay. And I'll fill in this little hole right here with some epoxy clay. I've already filled his eyes. And you can kind of sand your rough edges off. And so there's quite a little bit of work. I know people sometimes like to restore, but they don't want to do all the work that it takes. Now, all these little places that are peeling back here, if I feel like the paint's almost to come off, I'll go ahead and take it off, and then I'm going to fill in with some epoxy 2-part clay. There's another little place. Now, you got to be careful because you don't want to lose your hair, but I can rebuild with clay. So here's one I'm going to work on. Here's another one. Like I said, I started these about 5 years ago, and I've already filled in the top here. As you can see, there's some that's starting to come off. So I'm going to, I don't want any paint that looks like it's going to come off. So I'll fill that with epoxy and make sure it's stable. And I might need to rebuild that ear up, and I'll do some sanding, but he looks pretty good other than this. And that will be filled in. So I've got that head. I actually have about 50 dolls I'm going to be working on. Here's another one. Now she has eyes. I don't know if you can see that. I got my camera kind of fixed. Her eyes look from side to side. Now some dolls I won't even work on because they're just too bad of condition, but she actually has good arms and legs. I'm not going to have to peel any paint off of them. They're good. So I'm just going to paint over that. And I'm going to try to remove most of this paint around her face. I use a razor, and like I said, I always use safety glasses when I'm picking paint. I've got them on right now because this will flick you in the eye. These paint chips will. And it's good to wear a respirator or a mask, a dust mask, whenever you're picking off or sanding this paint, because some of it had lead in it and you don't really know for sure. So always kind of be careful when you're doing this because you don't want to damage the composition underneath, which is just pressed wood kind of and glue mixture. So I'm going to get this off, and it's coming off pretty easily. Now you got to be really careful around these eyes. I'm not going to remove her eyes. She has flirty eyes. Wish I could get them to open and you could see. She looks from side to side. And she has her eyelashes, so she is worth restoring. But some aren't. And I really don't like this newer. She's a little bit newer than what I like. I think maybe she might be from the 30s, where I like to do from the early 1900s. I like to do the old composition dolls with the straw bodies. Those are my favorite. So she's gonna take quite a little bit of work. After I get this around her face gone, I may sand some of these edges and not take everything off because she's pretty adhered to in the back. This is a horseman doll, and she's a big 24-inch doll, so she's a nice size. See if I can, here's a doll. that I've been working on. I guess I already showed this one, I think. Let me go back. Can't remember what I've showed and what I haven't. Here's another big 32 inch. I've done some work on him. And I still need to do some more work before I paint. This one somebody else has restored and done a hideous job. But the good thing is you can see I'm not going to have to peel anything off because this paint's on pretty good. So I'm just going to go over it. I'll probably lightly sand that. This is one of my favorite old dolls. She has an old straw body and she is so beautiful when she's restored. So I can't wait to get this one. These are kind of hard to find and I've done about probably 8 of them. I don't know if I showed him or not. He's huge. This one I almost would have liked to have left, but his eyes are gone and this here, so I'll probably go ahead and repaint him, but I like to leave him if I can. This one's in horrible condition, but this is also another old doll from about 1910 to 1915 that I love. He's got really cool hair, and even though he looks really rough, I put a lot of clay and filled in. He's going to paint up beautiful. I'm excited. This is just an old Electra. I've got to still pick off a lot of paint on this one. Very time consuming. Electras have their own special limbs. I don't know if I don't see them setting out here. I have so many dolls, it's unreal. These particular limbs usually go on these bigger dolls. So I've learned how to, sometimes they'll come with one hand and the other hand not. So I've made my old molds so that I can pour a hand if they need it. Or if I just need to build a finger, then I'll use my epoxy clay for that. Now this doll I started, and I don't know that I'm going to do her or not. I love this actual doll. She's got pretty good eyes, but she's really cracked, and I don't know. I don't think I'm going to even try to take this off because it'll ruin underneath. The composition is, I can tell this one's not going to peel easy. And a lot of times these don't. This particular doll doesn't. This one is extremely hideous, but really a cool old doll. Rare and really hard to find. So some of these are just really hard to find. And so I try to take off any of this paint. See how that just pops right off? And then I'll fill what I need to fill and sand. And I'm going to try to get all this off around the face. And I'll just keep picking with my razor, and slowly I'll get all this off. It'll definitely take time, and you want to be careful because you don't want to damage underneath. So, but with time, all this will come off. See who else I have. This is pretty common. You see this old doll more often, but they're still hard to find. 1915. I don't like him as well as this one with the hair. But both these boys take this same hand, not this one, but they take this one, this set. Let me see if I can get a set here. There you go. Now sometimes, like this particular arm, I'm going to have to rebuild. So I'm going to have to dig all that out. These are Excelsior stuffed, and you can actually buy new Excelsior, and which is just like little wood shavings. See who else I have now. That's kind of this side I've showed you. Don't know if I showed this one. She's about a 24 inch to 26 inch baby. Pretty good condition, but her eyes are missing, and so I probably will go ahead and repaint her. This one somebody has already repainted and done a hideous job, so I'm going to redo this one. But the good thing is it's this same head right here, and they've made the eyes a little bigger. They probably used a lot of putty to fill in, So I'm going to have to make that a little smaller eye. And of course, mine will look a lot different than that. But these are the same heads. This is an old tin doll. She's pretty good size, but she's tin underneath. So I'm going to try to restore her. This one, like I said, I started these about 5 years ago, so she's kind of dirty. But I'm going to repaint that, and then I'll get my airbrush out. So whenever I put the flesh coat on, I don't airbrush it. I brush that on. So I'll do about probably 8 layers on each doll of this flesh color. And I do mix that, and I will show you how I do that. Here's some more limbs. And some of these I'll mix and match with some of these old dolls. Here's one of mine. Here's a really cool one. Isn't that a neat head? Another big giant baby. He's got those arms, and look at this giant body. Now, he doesn't have any bad odors, so I always like to leave the old bodies if I can. He's in pretty good condition, and I may not restore him because I really like his face, and I might just try to redo the hair and touch up here behind. I could just redo the hair because I've had to fill in with putty. You can see he was probably cracking, and sometimes I'll go inside and stabilize the inside of the head, but he's a beautiful doll. Here's another one that's been restored. I'm just having a rough time. I think I just tore a leg off this one. Somebody has already restored this one and done this one's not quite as hideous of a job as this one, but this is my favorite here. But this particular baby is the same as this one. Nope, not that one. I got too many out here. It's the same as, nope, not that one either. Here it is. This one right here. These are the same doll. And this is kind of what it originally looked. So somebody didn't do too terrible bad of a job on that one, restoring it. But I don't that's not my style, so I'm going to redo that one. And he does have limbs, but this one's fallen off. Here's his leg. He has, one of his hands is gone, and this is not an original hand. So somebody's just cut, that may even be plastic. Yeah, that's a plastic hand, so I won't even use that. I'm going to rip that off. And he will come, I will either make him hands like this, or if I have an extra set, that's what he'll have. So there's that one. Let me see what else I have to show. Here's just somebody's partially restored this one, and I'm going to she's on a reborn body. So she's on a cuddle body, but I'm going to repaint that head. And we'll get her ready to go. And I will show you my shelf that is filled with old doll heads next.